มีหน่อประหยัดสำหรับหลังทานเคยเห็น
ใส่
ป่ะ
ในมันถือท่า
เห็นเขาเจ้ามาโฆษณา
นั่นแหละเดี๋ยวท้าว่าเดี๋ยวใส่ในมันถือท่า
แล้วตัวนี้สำคัญที่ว่าเขาบ่ใส่ยางจนบ่ใส่ยางออยเพราะว่า
Once it started to heat enough to power the power pack, the fan will come on and clean up most of that smoke.
And today we came to set up some trials of the Biolite stove, which is a very clean and efficient stove. And the aim of that, or the objective of that, is to introduce cleaner, efficient stoves to women in households in Laos, because the traditional stove is very smoky. It's a health hazard, not just to the person who's cooking, but also to the women, children, and everyone in the family.
So this is a basic overview of how the stove works. When you create a fire in the stove, the heat from that fire is pulled into the power pack located on the side of the stove. And in that power pack, it transfers heat into electricity. And that electricity creates airflow with a fan, just like fanning your stove in a traditional fire, bringing oxygen to that fire. And finally, when the stove is hot enough, it creates enough electricity that you can actually generate electricity for yourself and you can charge your electric devices.
The reason why we are trialing 10 stoves in this particular village is to assess the acceptability. So whether these stoves suit the Lao context or not. Does it suit the way Lao people like to use the stoves? So does it suit their needs? Does it suit their cooking habits? So this is what we're trying to determine at the moment.
Biolite is a social enterprise and we're a leader in developing clean energy technology. We're based in the United States in Brooklyn, New York. What I have right here is the Biolite Homestove. We've developed this specifically for cooks in the developing world, using our core technology from products like the camp stove, which we retail in the United States in 60 countries.
I really do like the Biolite. You're not really changing people's behaviors too much. You're still using, bigger sticks of wood. You're not having to really prepare it. It's just the beginning where you're actually lighting the stove, which is very similar to what they're doing now. At the moment, SNV are trialing multiple stoves, so not just the Biolite stove, but we've also tried the Philips stove. So we're just trying to find out, what really suits local conditions. So if there's any other stoves that are on the market that are quite similar and have high efficiency, we'll definitely be testing those out in a very similar trial. I think these Cookstoves will have a positive impact on health just by observations. I mean, we've only really been using these stoves for the past 2 days, and the amount of smoke that's generated from these stoves is reduced a lot.
We've had 2 days of introducing the stove to over 20 villagers now, and it's been really exciting. We've seen the cooks take to it almost immediately. A lot of their practices of chopping wood, gathering it, storing it and drying it are very much in line with how we've designed the stove. And almost every woman who's used it took it almost immediately, understanding the principles of the airflow that make the stove so efficient, really appreciating the thermal efficiency, which reduces the fuel use.
Xẹp